The LG V20 user here, and today I'm doing a video about Straight Talk. So as you guys can see here, I'm on prepaidfinish.com here. We're reading as an article here. So I had some bad news for those of you here on the $55 plan or thinking about switching to it. Straight Talk is now capping data at 60 gigabytes on the $55 plan. So yeah, this is sad news. I'm sure a lot of people are pissed off about it, and I'm sure a lot of people are like freaking out and pissed off and fucking frustrated and all that. So let's check out this sad news, guys. So yeah, so it says ultimate unlimited plan, not anymore. Just call it $55 60 gigabyte plan, alright? Because it's not really unlimited if you use more than 60 gigabytes. Because I use a lot of data on my phone. I use way more than 60 gigabytes. So you know, I don't have Straight Talk, but you know, I use a lot of data on my phone, alright? So yeah. So it says a couple of Straight Talk 55 ultimate unlimited plan customers posted on Reddit this week that Straight Talk had cut off their unlimited data for violating Straight Talk's terms and conditions. Their data use wasn't just startled; it was totally blocked. A Straight Talk representative pointed one of the Redditors to this line in the terms, and it says, quote, "We will presume you are engaging in an unauthorized use and violations of these terms and conditions. If in our sole discretion you are using more than 60 gigabytes of data in a 30-day period," end quote. So it's in the terms and conditions, and I'll tell you guys that here in a bit. So that sentence was added to the terms of service fairly recently. It's not in the Internet Archive's copy from October 4th, 2017, which is the latest version available on the archive. The person who wrote the article said that they can't say that they're surprised that Straight Talk is capping unlimited data at 60 gigabytes, and being those like Straight Talk don't have their own networks. They resell data service from a mobile operator. In Straight Talk's case, either AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, or T-Mobile. Traditionally, mobile operators have charged MVNOs for data by the megabyte or gigabyte. As far as you know, it says as far as this person who wrote this article, they said as far as they know, no operator offers MVNOs unlimited data at a fixed price per customer. On an unlimited data plan, the more data the customer uses, the less money the MVNO makes, which makes no fucking sense. Customers who use more than a certain amount of data end up costing the MVNO money. MVNOs selling unlimited plans are counting on the average user they're counting on the average user not using too much data. They discourage high data usage by blocking hotspot and throttling video, but unfortunately they must have a way to kick off unprofitable customers or block them or block their data use. Okay, some of the shit was weird to me, right? It says here on an unlimited data plan, the more data that the customer uses, the less money that the MVNO makes. Like, what the fuck? It's unlimited data. Like, what the fuck? And you read the next one. It says customers who use more than a certain amount of data end up costing the MVNO money. MVNO selling unlimited plans are counting on the average user not using too much data. So that's why it talks about that's why some MVNOs they block hotspot users like Straight Talk does, and throttle video like a lot of prepaid carriers, they'll throttle it to 480p. So yeah, so it's nuts. Says the person who wrote the article, and then they go on and say they think that the real question here is an ethical one. Is it right for Straight Talk to advertise unlimited data in a large font on their homepage and point of sale signage, and then hide a 60 gigabyte cap in terms and conditions and fine print? Shouldn't Straight Talk and other operators be advertising plans based on the amount of data they actually allow you to use. What a $55.60 gigabyte plan sell, as well as a $55 unlimited data plan? Probably not. Doubt that we will ever see real truth in advertising. Unfortunately, it's up to consumers. It's up to consumers to read providers' terms and conditions and do their own research and to find out the truth meaning of unlimited. And as you guys know, a lot of people don't read the fucking terms of service. A lot of people don't read that fucking shit. Fuck no, a lot of people don't read that shit. I don't read that shit. A lot of people don't read that shit because there's like a lot of bullcrap in there. So Straight Talk is a track phone brand. Two other track phone brands, Simple Mobile and Page Plus, offer unlimited data plans, but neither mention a 60 gigabyte or other cap on their respective terms and conditions pages. Does that mean that their unlimited data is truly unlimited? Don't think so. But both terms and conditions say that they will cancel or suspend your service if your data is abnormally high. Yeah. You know, that shit sucks, you know. Now, I think what Straight Talk should do, I think they should fucking change the fucking thing. I think they should change it to $55, 60 gigabytes. Not leave it. They should change that shit. Because if you go to Straight Talk's website right now and look at their plans page, you get to the $55 plan, it still says the same shit. And they had not changed it. You will not know it's 60 gigabytes unless you read the fucking terms and conditions. And like I said, a lot of people don't read that shit. I don't read that shit. I'm not sure a lot of you guys don't read that shit either. And I'll show you guys that it's in their terms and conditions. You go to their terms and conditions page right here. It's right there. I got that shit highlighted. I highlighted that sentence that was in the article there. Go to 1 minute. Go to scroll down to 7 here, and it says unauthorized use of service. Scroll down to 7, and scroll down to you select the last chunk of paragraph. And as soon as I have highlighted in blue there, yeah, it's in there. It's in there. It says. Man, how the hell are you going to be able to use more than 60 gigabytes of data? Because they'll cap your ass, so they actually cut you off at the 60 gigabytes. So, it's in the terms and conditions. It's right here. Go scroll down to 7. Scroll down to the last paragraph, and read the sentence that says, "We further reserve the right to limit," and then go read that until you see 30-day period. And that's the sentence. That's the thing I have highlighted in blue here. So yeah, it's right there in the terms and conditions right here. I highlighted it, and it took me a while to find it, bitch. So it's there. I'll put like a thing to the that sentence in the comment section of this video. So check out the pinned comment in this comment section and read it for yourself or whatever. So yeah, dude, this shit fucking sucks, you know what I'm saying? But this is not the first time Straight Talk has done anything like this. If you guys remember when Straight Talk first launched their unlimited plan back in the day, it was like $45 or something like that. I think it was like $45 that you got unlimited everything. And then, you know, as you guys probably know, if you guys had Straight Talk back then, as you guys know, Straight Talk would cut you off at like fucking like 5 gigabytes and shit. They would cut you off and shit. They didn't mention anything about a cap back then, but now, I mean, this is not the first time that Straight Talk has done this shit. Hopefully the people who were on the $55 plan will get an alert tell them, hey, we are gonna be capping data on the $55 plan if you use more than 60 gigabytes. Hopefully customers are getting notified about this. Hopefully they're not just saying, oh, fuck the customers, they'll find out whatever. But it's in the terms and conditions. It's in there. And you know, a lot of people don't read that shit. A lot of people don't read it because there's a lot of shit in there. And it's in the there's a lot of shit in there. And you know, shit sucks, but it is what it is, guys. Cause I mean, so they better change this right here. It's not ultimate unlimited anymore. They should change it to $55 60 GB plan. They need to change that shit. They need to change it because it's not well, it's kind of unlimited if you don't use more than 60 gigabytes. Yeah, because you know, a lot of people will use more than 60 gigabytes of data in a month, like I do. I use it. I use a lot of data on my phone and on my laptop here. I use a lot of hotspot on my phone and shit. But they throttle my but Verizon, they throttle my hotspot now, so you know they throttle it at 600 kilobytes a second. So that's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's not the slowest thing in the world either. Straight Talk does not allow you to use hotspot on their phones, and it's in the terms and conditions somewhere. And they throttle your videos to 480p. They do that so you can't use a high usage of data. But you know, like I said, a lot of prepaid carriers do that, like Boost, Virgin, Metro PCS, Cricket, fucking Straight Talk, Simple Mobile Pie does it. You know, I think every prepaid carrier does it. I think every prepaid carrier they throttle your videos to 480. Man, this fucking sucks for current customers, dude. This fucking sucks. What happens if you're in your current plan cycle? Are you affected by this, or what is it affect next month? I don't know about that. If you guys have the $55 plan on Straight Talk right now, I want to know when is your phone due and how much data have you used for this current bill cycle. I'd like to know that in the comment section of this video. And have you noticed any slowdowns and thing? Have you gotten any text messages about the data cap on the $55 plan? I'd like to know that in the comment section of this video. I'm hoping that customers are getting alerted about this. I'm hoping that customers are getting alerted about this. I hope so, so they'll know, like, hey, we're gonna be capping data that's 60 gigabytes or whatever. So shit sucks, man. So Straight Talk needs to change the fucking plan to $55 60 gigabyte plan instead of it being unlimited. Well, it's kind of unlimited if you use less than 60 gigabytes, but a lot of people, they will use a lot of data like I do. I use way more than 60 gigabytes. So yeah, so they'll cut your ass off at the 60 gigabytes, and I don't think you can purchase more. So if you go over 60 gigabytes, I think that's it. I think that is it. So be aware of that, and it's in their terms and conditions. So this shit sucks ass. It really does. But this is not the first time that Straight Talk has done shit like this. I'm not surprised. I'm sure a lot of you are not surprised either. Cause they want you to read the terms and conditions. They want you to read the fine print and all that shit. They want you to read all that shit. But a lot of people don't read the fucking terms and conditions anyway. It's way too much fucking shit in there. So yeah, dude, this shit fucking sucks ass, man. It fucking sucks. And I know a lot of people are not gonna like this shit. I know some people don't use a lot of data, but it depends on the user. You know what I'm saying? Some people will use small amounts of data. Some people will use a large amount of data, like I do. I use like, you know, I use a lot of data. It differs every month, but I use a lot of data on my phone and laptop for hotspot and shit like that. And yeah, man, this shit fucking sucks ass. And Straight Talk better change this shit to $55 60 gigabyte plan. So what do you guys think about this shit? Man, this shit's fucking nuts, man. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, guys. It really helps me out a lot. Please rate, comment, subscribe. I thank you very much for watching my video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.